Jack El Padre has finally been buffed. One of the longest tenured characters in Frag has received his first buff ever. But was it enough? Let's not waste time and find out. So the list of changes that came to Jack El Padre go like this. General increased level 1 HP from 110 to 150. It's a 40 health point difference per level. Increased movement speed by 9%. Increased movement speed while shooting by 100%. And they took the Molotov/grenade with a massive damage increase of 60%. Now all these changes lead us to the question though, was it enough of a change to make Jack viable in the current meta? Only time will tell, and we're gonna get in here and test it out. But I hope you guys are ready, because here comes Jack El Padre. Alrighty guys, so here we go with Jack El Padre. Like, this is an incredibly long-running character, and honestly, he always required a lot of skill to play and get any sort of value out of. So with that being said, I've come up with 3 tips and tricks to help you with your Jack El Padre playing, as right now he's in a very weird spot in the current meta. So let's go with tip number 1, which is range is your enemy. This character is a shotgun character. You need to be close, and if you are close, you can do huge amounts of damage. As you guys saw, that we were doing 41s at point blank 5 times. That is over 200 damage on a single shot from Jack El Padre. Now, the further back you go, the more this damage goes up. So range is not your ally. So you have to get close in order to maximize the potential of this character. It has always been that way, and it is still that way, even after the buff. But that's not necessarily a bad thing for a character that hits for over 200 whenever it feels like it. Now, let's move into tip number 2 for playing Jack El Padre to his maximum potential. And tip number 2 goes like this. Alt plus primary equals death. What does that mean? The primary fire with 1 good shot will do over 200 damage. The ultimate ability will do an additional 228 damage at the same range as the primary weapon. That is 448 damage in less than a second. That is the highest DPS of any character in the game in a 1 second time frame. So if you can learn to maximize your fighting ability and the range at which you engage a target, a lot of characters will get one-shot by Jack El Padre. That is a serious ability that you've always been able to use to your advantage. While the damage reduced and damage was minor, it does help and puts it over that 400 threshold for the damage output. Now, final tip for Jack El Padre. And the final tip for Jack goes like this: play sneaky. This character thrives off of close range engagements, and close range engagements in Frag are not always easy to get. So in order to maximize your ability to play this character, you have to be close to people. It's really that simple. If you're too far away, this character will have 0 effect. 9 damage is not good, so you get up in their face, and you get there by any means necessary. Play corners, play angles, force your opponent to get within range of that alt primary combo, and you will not be sorry, because Jack El Padre can lay it down whenever he feels like it. In fact, instead of telling you that he can lay it down, why don't I show you a little bit of a kill montage? Alright, so now let's talk about our final thoughts and what we think of this up buff for Jack El Padre. Now, let's start very simple by saying this buff was a much needed change for the Jack men. But the real question that we have to answer is, was it enough to move him into a playable condition? And the simple answer to this is no, it was not. The issue with Jack El Padre has never been his damage or his ultimate ability. The issue with Jack El Padre has always been the pattern on his shotgun. Now, the speed buff, that's a welcome change. I like that one, but the rest of it isn't what the problem was. The problem was that he was too slow and that his shotgun hit everything on this side of the moon whenever it shot at anything more than in your face. And because of that, Jack El Padre still finds himself in a state of not really playable. While I do like the fact that they tried to buff him, this was not the buff that he needed. Nothing wrong with that at all, as it was at least an attempt, and I do enjoy making people eat the barrel of a shotgun from Jack El Padre. I don't mean, who doesn't really? Let's be honest, he's a fun character to play. If you hit that alt and that primary correctly, it is enjoyable to see what happens afterwards. The carnage ensues, as it were. I think he just needs a little bit more. So realistically, Jack El Padre, you are a low B tier character, and I mean low. Hopefully they can get that shotgun figured out to where it's consistent, and that would really fix any issues with this character. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, if you have artwork you would like to submit to me, please send it to me on Discord, as it may get posted on the community tab. Stay safe, everybody, and I will see you legends next time. Bye-bye.